Welcome children. As in our previous video, we have already learnt about what is history, what is the importance of history, and what are different sources to get information about our past. Now, the study of history is divided into historical and prehistorical time. Historical time is the period of history for which we have written records. Prehistorical is the period of time for which we do not have any written records. Now, this historical time for which we have written records is studied under three periods: ancient period, medieval period, modern period. Ancient period means the period which existed long ago in the past. Medieval period means the middle period, that is from AD 500 to 1500. Modern period or this modern era begins from 1500 or that is 16th century till present. Now, the study of history is all about dates because they tell us about the history of particular object, ruler or society. If somebody asks you about your date of birth, what will you say? Of course, you will tell your date, month and year in which you were born. But do you know how these days, months and years are counted? In history also we notice dates, years, decades, centuries, etc. For example, 273 BC or AD 711. What does BC or AD mean? These dates or years are counted from the assumed date of birth of Jesus Christ. We take the year of the birth of Jesus Christ as 0. BC stands for before Christ. For example, 273 BC means 273 years before the birth of Christ. AD stands for Anno Domini. All dates or years after the birth of Jesus Christ are expressed in AD. For example, 2020 can also be written as AD 2020. That is 2020 years after the birth of Jesus. Now, BCE and CE is another set of abbreviations used with dates. BCE stands for Before Common Era and CE stands for Common Era. Now, children, do you think that there is any geographical impact on the history of any country? The geography of country plays a major role in its history. Similarly, the geographical features of India have greatly influenced its people and its history. In the earlier period, the India's boundary was constituted by natural borders like the Great Himalayas in the north, which protected India from cold Siberian winds, and oceans around Peninsular Plateau protected us from foreign invasions. Moreover, the geographical factors determine the development of a particular area. Areas with favorable environment like fertile land to grow crops, hills, all these and water, etc. If all these factors are available, then that area will be densely populated because these regions helped in the growth of human settlement. You know, it was in the Narmada Valley where the earliest human settlement developed. For several thousand years, people lived along the banks of river Narmada. They were skilled gatherers. Skilled gatherers means they were the gatherers of food. They were gathering food. The region was full of natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means full of trees, food, etc. And it was the home of a variety of wild animals also. So they also hunted animals for their food requirements. The Suleiman and Kirthar hills were the regions where people first started growing crops like wheat and barley. Agriculture developed in Garo hills, and the north of Vindhyas was the place where rice was grown first. Some of the earliest cities developed on the bank of river Indus and its tributaries. Around 600 BC, cities developed along the river Ganga too, and a powerful kingdom of First Empire named Magad emerged to the south of Ganga. So, children, this is all about chapter 1 of history. So, kindly go through the video thoroughly. Thank you.